Today we're going to be changing oil on my 2001 Toyota Corolla S. It's on bags and it's pretty low, so I gotta be doing the oil change today. I do it every 3K, 3 months. But a lot of people wonder how I do my oil changes, so I might as well show it here and now. Let's get right into it. To go arise, go grab some oil and things I need. We're going to be using Valvoline Restore and Protect. This oil will help my piston rings not consume as much oil. But basically, this will work for my car as of right now, since the piston rings on this car have a flawed design in them which consumes a lot of oil. So this oil will help out with that. And I always use Lucas oil products, the high mileage oil stabilizers, just because it'll help thicken the oil, and it'll obviously, once it's on the bottle, it'll help with drive starts, eliminate, or not eliminate, but reduce oil consumption on older cars like this, and plus it's a high mileage car. And I never bought it in a while, but I also bought some injector cleaner. I like to trust this a lot just because I've actually seen some differences from what I believe in. And I'm gonna go buy some gloves. Oh shit! I'm gonna go buy some gloves because I ran out of gloves earlier, so yeah. I have some gloves. These are white. I usually don't get white, but these are the cheaper options, so plus it's on sale. So I might as well take the advantage of the sale. Why am I getting one from the bottom? What the fuck? Alright, this is kind of getting out of hand. Just give me one. Jeez, you don't have to give me the whole stack inside. The bumper. Slowly pry it off. There you go. Clean down here. Simple unclip. Oh shit. So now I have all this clearance right here to get a pretty decent jack underneath there and jack it up high enough for oil change. Jack underneath there. This jack doesn't really go that high enough, but at its peak point, it's high enough for me to get underneath the car and be comfortable for whatever I'm doing. As you can see, it's starting to cap out right now. Usually I'll get 2 jacks, I'll put it underneath. Obviously you gotta do the Chris Fix push, make sure the car is stable. I don't think that's gonna be going anywhere. Now, just gonna have to drain the oil and then do the filter, and then it should be all done, but yeah. There we go. That should be good right there. Okay. Usually I don't like to use power tools to change oil, just because it could be going the opposite way and I could be stripping it, because these are mostly aluminum parts, so I don't want to be stripping that. It's 14 millimeter, 14. There you go, now it's in. The bolt is a little bit rounded, but just gotta tap it in. That's pretty easy. I'll go ahead and take the oil cap off up on the top, so that way the oil comes down quicker. Okay, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Gotta align that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Woo woo! Look at that. Motherfucker's black as shit.
What did he say?
Let the oil drain out. I'm gonna clean the drain bolt right here, put on a new washer, and then shoot some brake clean on it and call it a day. And after, we'll change out the filter, and then obviously clean up your drain plug. See what I mean? Where I said like it has a little bit of a rounding here. That's probably because when I was on coilovers, I probably hit a bump or something and ended up scraping the pan a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw in there, but I did scrape the pan a little bit, but nothing major. Obviously, O-ring, throw away. Drain bolt, clean it up, shoot some brake clean. I'm gonna get some brake clean real quick. Clean this up. Not gonna spray a lot, but just gonna spray a little. Oops. Clean it up like that. Get up my gloves. Drain bolt. It's all done draining. As you can see, it is kind of dripping a little bit. So usually when it's dripping like that, that's when I know when to plug it up with the drain plug and call it that. And then the oil filter is going to be up in this little panel right here. So I'm going to have to take this panel off. It's only like a couple of 10mm bolts, but don't look at that. I stripped that actually. Don't look at that. But I'm going to take this panel up and then we can take off the oil filter. Go. You don't have to do this if you have a Corolla, but I like to do it because I have more space and more space to film. That's a win-win for me. It is right here. This is my oil filter. It's not too hard. Usually I like to get one of those sockets and I like to put on top of here, take it out, but sometimes it just ends up stripping and rounding the hexagon shaped parts on top around it. So usually I don't like to use that. Usually I'll get like a pliers, or sometimes I'll just fucking manhandle this filter and I'll just unscrew it myself by hand. But I'm just gonna, since it's a little bit hot, I'm gonna try to use the pliers and see if I can take it out. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try my best with these pliers. Oh shit, wait. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Right, left. Oh, I gotta pull. Okay. There you go. Then like once it's a bit loose, then I'll usually use my hands and loosen it myself. But before I loosen it all the way, get out there, buddy. I'm gonna have to plug up the drain plug because the oil is still dripping from there, and I need that pan in order to catch the oil from the oil filter. Where is it? Right here I have a new crush washer. I don't think it does matter which side it is on, but I'm gonna plug this in. Come here, Bolt. I need you. Obviously, I make sure my drain bowl is clean so that way no dirt or any hairs and then go inside the pan, because inside the pan it'll get sucked up by the pickup tube and that will cause a lot of marring on top of the bearings if it gets to the bearings. And that'll be very bad, but lucky I know what the fuck I'm doing. Put it on like that. I don't think it does matter what side, but here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back inside. Make sure not to cross thread or anything. There you go. This motor will be getting rebuilt, so everything you're seeing right now is not gonna be here next year. So yeah. But obviously I'll keep up my oil changes and do preventive maintenance and stuff. And if you guys didn't know, on a ratchet, I keep telling you on this, if it points right, you're tightening, because righty tighty. If it goes left, you're loosening it, lefty loosey. So obviously I'm tightening it. There you go. Just to make sure. Pull this pan away. I'm gonna tighten it. Yep. This is a pretty big wrench, so I'm not gonna over tighten it a whole bunch, but only until it's like really snug. Then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I need to do. I'm gonna do it one more time, because this is a aluminum oil pan, so it can strip very easily. And this is a pretty big wrench, or not wrench, pretty big ratchet, so obviously it's not gonna feel as tight, so don't get misconcepted with that. Usually I'll spray a little bit of brake clean, just a little bit to get everything off, everything down here and stuff like that. And You get a rag, kind of dap up the area. All this coolant right here is leaking down. I gotta replace the pump. I'm just gonna triple check one more time. Not to over tighten it, but to make sure it's tight on there snugly. There we go. I'm not gonna tighten it anymore. But I think I got this pretty loose, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to twist it off by hand. Let's see if it'll come off. There you go. You guys can see it is slowly coming off. I hope I have the fucking oil pan. An oil pan. That's your pan underneath it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Come on, buddy. Oh. There we go. There's some of that drain out. Oh, dripping here, gonna loosen it up a little bit more. Oh, that fuck was black. There you go. Yep. Usually I go with an OEM filter for my car. I always go OEM. I try my best to go OEM. Usually I don't go any other brand. I mean, it'll work. Any other brand will work, but usually I like to go OEM just because I like to keep it OEM. But yeah, this is the part number for it. If you want to do this for your Corolla. But yeah, usually I like to go OEM just because I feel safer knowing that it is supposed to have that on this motor. Usually what I like to do is I like to, obviously I'm pretty sure all you guys do this, but sometimes the silicone, this little o-ring silicone thing, I like to put oil around it. Pretty sure everyone does this, but I do that too as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a thin film of oil on top of this outer seal. And I like to put new engine oil instead of the old engine oil. Just gonna mount it up. Seal that right here. There you go. And go ahead. Sometimes people will tell you to put oil inside of here. Sometimes people will tell you not to put oil inside of here. I used to put oil in my oil filter before installing a new one, but I don't do that now because it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It depends on how you feel about it. But to me, it doesn't matter. Yep. Boop. And usually I'll spray brake clean up in there. I'm just gonna get the camera away because brake clean can fuck up a lot of shit. See? Wipe it up. It's in there. Oil filter is in there. It's right there, as you can see. No leftover residue of the oil. Should be all good to go and jack this car down. So I like to double check that's tightened and that's tightened, which is good. So that's all we need. Then we can jack down the car and fill up with oil and then start her up. Go ahead and take all this stuff out. Make sure nothing is on it. I don't know why I'm wiping this up, but make sure nothing is underneath. Drag this puppy out and put her on the side. That's better. I hope I didn't ship it, but it's okay. Everything is in. This is in. Oil filter is in, and oil is drained, and the drain plug's back in. So we're all good to jack down the car. Good. I'm gonna show you guys what my dad passed down to me. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. But this is what he gave me. It's really cool. I actually like it a lot. So he gave me for you see, this goes on top of the valve cover like that, and this has a little funnel, which I'm gonna show you guys. And he also gave me like for different ones too. Like this one's for Honda. This one's for Ford, Chryslers. This one is for I don't know. Maybe this is a universal one. Also gave me this too for Ford and Mazda. But yeah, this So you can see, so this is basically so you can see the oil going inside the valve cover into your engine. And with that, he also gave me this cool funnel tool as well. So basically this will screw onto here and it's really cool. Instead of, you know, using your regular funnels like this, you won't have to worry about it tipping here and there when you pour the oil. So with this one, put that there. With this one, you put it like this and it screws on, so that way none of the oil gets all over on your valve cover. As if let's say, you know, for me, I have a nice paint job on my valve cover, so I don't want oil getting on top of it. It's gonna be very meticulous to clean. So this will be like a no oil spill funnel, oil free, well, I think it's kind of going on a little bit weirdly. It's not going on straight. That's better. But yeah, this is what my dad passed down to me after he passed away. The dealership gave me his tool that he had, and he had this. So thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's a really cool funnel that I really like a lot, and I'll probably use for all my oil changes in the future. But yeah, get yourself one of these. I don't know where he got it from. He was working at GMC, but he probably got it from GMC. But you should get one of those. It's pretty cool. Instead of using the regular funnel that tips whenever you pour the oil, which is kind of shitty. But yeah. But first, how I like to do things with this oil, what I do is, the reason why I had the Lucas stabilizer, which I told you guys in the beginning of the video on why I had this, is because this thickens the oil. This will help the stabilize the oil, make it thicker, prevent dry starts, all that kind of stuff, prevent from oil consumption, because the oil is thicker than what it is supposed to take as viscosity. So this will help with the oil thickness. Usually I put a whole bottle of this before I put the new oil inside the motor, because it says here to use 20% of system capacity. In badly worn engines, use up to, you know, this is really thick. The viscosity is really thick on this additive, whatever you like to call it, oil stabilizer. It's really thick. And with this, I can let it drain out and get every single last drop of this Lucas oil stabilizer into the motor. It's pretty cool. And then now I'll be putting my actual 5W30 oil inside. I'll fill up a little bit, a good amount, and then I'll go ahead and check the oil level. Since this Lucas stabilizer did actually take 20% of my oil capacity. I'll stop there for now. I'll come here. What? Shoot. Oh, I thought you meant you were shooting guns or something. Oh shit. This Chris is Tacoma. He get choke sounds in him. Oh, stock, no lie.
Oh, Osmo.
Hell yeah, dude.
I met us one time. Hey, cut the shit out of
Nah, don't put it in.
No, you fucked
I want to tag him personally. I always tell people this, that it's better to have less oil in your motor so that you can keep building up to your right level, instead of pouring the right amount and then next thing you know it goes over your fill line and you have to drain it again, and it's a whole lot of hassle. And I've done that before, and it's really not fun. But go ahead and check it. It's at the right level. We're at about 1/4 of it, and we are kinda on the dot, to be honest. It's hard to tell sometimes because the oil's that clean. Almost looks like water, but I think it's safe to say we can add just a little bit more. It should be good. Yeah, I think we're good. We're a little bit above the fill line, but nothing major, you know what I mean? because it'll consume oil, so I want to account for that extra consumed oil. Other than that, it's pretty good. And we're done. There you go. Good. Ooh, I like that. I never actually heard that suction from opening up the gas tank in a long time. So which is very good. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this pea stuff inside. I think she likes that a lot, don't you think? Okay, every molecule of this fucking thing inside my car. We're good. So now with the oil changed and oil filled up to the right level, I'm gonna go ahead and put back the bumper on and start her up, make sure there's no leaks, and should be good. But other than that, that's how I do my oil changes on this car. It's pretty much the same thing on my work car, but other than that, if you want to learn how to do it on your Corolla, that's how you do it. Any questions? Just DM me or comment below or something. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and start it up now and check for any leaks. After it warms up a little bit, I'll check again just to make sure, and then we should be all set.